Welcome back to Cool's Does Book Reviews. If you didn't check out last week's episode, please go check it out. It was Batman Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth by Grant Morrison and Dave McKean. Now, this week's episode takes a look at something sort of a tie-in to Alan's Abandoned Colorado series, and that is Ghost Towns of the Rockies by Preethi Burkholder. And I originally found this book at our local Barnes & Noble down in Lone Tree. And, we were looking for maybe some history or some ideas for locations we could shoot for Abandoned Colorado that Alan does. So I found this, and at first I was a little kind of hesitant because the Flash Shifter book I read was Ghosts of Colorado, which I'll put a review in the description, but it's my least favorite book of all time. I think everyone will be glad to hear this is not my least favorite book of all time. It was actually a really enjoyable read. She lives in Colorado now, but she really takes her time to describe the ghost towns, and that was one of the bigger complaints with Ghosts of Colorado was it felt like it didn't really describe a lot of maybe the locations as well as it could have. Yes, it does have a lot of locations, and yes, some may or may not be as long as the other ones. But overall, I thought it was a really interesting and fun read. We got some ideas, and there's some great cities in here, including like Virginia City, that's Ghost Adventures went to, and it actually goes over different states, not only Colorado, but it goes over New Mexico, Arizona, Wyoming, Montana, and Utah. So you get kind of a full kind of perspective on all these states, and they're all pretty easily accessible, at least to us, and locations we can check out. We did get a couple ideas, and maybe I'll go over a little of some of the ones I really liked. Ashcroft, Colorado, it's near Aspen. It looks super interesting, and it has actually been kind of restored, so it has more than just a few broken down or beaten buildings. So overall, yeah, that was really cool. We got to see Creed, Colorado, where one of, at least me, Colin's family members, Robert Ford, was killed after he killed another family member, Jesse James. So overall, yeah, I enjoyed this book. I thought it was really fun and interesting and gave us some really great ideas. Overall, it has better pictures, too, than Ghosts of Colorado. That was one of my complaints with Ghosts of Colorado, was some of the pictures. It's like, why did it print? But, you can see it has some really, really nice pictures of different locations, and it tells a pretty interesting history of, these abandoned locations. And that's what we look for when we do Abandoned Colorado, is try to tell you guys a little bit of the history of these locations. So if you want to check out Abandoned Colorado that Alan does, I'll put a link to the first episode in the description and below. It was the Castlewood Dam. Overall, I would rate this probably about a 7.4, 7.5 out of 10. So actually one of our higher rated books for 2016. And the highest by Shifter. And so, please go check it out. Very enjoyable book. Ghosts of the Rockies. And like I said, I will include a link to Arkham Asylum in the description below. You're watching Ghost Towns of the Rockies. And we will also include links to Ghosts of Colorado, a book that I talked about in this one, as well as Alan's series, Abandoned Colorado, Episode 1, The Castlewood Dam. Till next time.